back after a long while. Ooh, I'm in HD as well. I've been away because I've had rather a bad injury. As you can see, some bruising still remains down here, and I had an operation. I've got a big scar on my arm, and they actually put some metal in my arm and metal wires. This was an injury on my bicycle, just lost control, straight over the top. Whole elbow took the impact, so now I've got metal in there. I've got a metal detector, stud detector here, so let's see if I can detect the metal. There you go. So as you can hear from the beeps, I do have metal in my arm. The movement's a bit restricted, but it's supported, and through physio I'm hopefully getting a bit better. So what's this video going to be about? Now, I've not done a video about what Amigas I currently own, and I'm in a bit of a bad situation. I've got Amigas, but for some reason they're all out of service, and I don't like this because I've got nothing to play on. I love installing software, doing all that kind of stuff, but luckily I've got some good reading to keep me up to date. Which is Amiga Fuel Chat, and as you can see, I'm a subscriber, so I have quite a lot of issues of this, and this magazine's keeping me up to date, and this is the latest issue with a lot of kind of good news on it. It's got full colour printing. It's pretty good to have it. It's made by Amiga Future in Germany, and really good to have an Amiga magazine arrive. It cheers you up, especially when you're in hospital. Something good to read. And I've also been reading this, which is a Commodore free. Now this is a free magazine. You can get in PDF, but it's also really nice if you print it out. And this is just simply me printing it out and then stapling it together, and it just makes it a really nice read. So that's Commodore free. This is more about kind of Commodore machines, but it has about Amigas in it. This is a great one. Jack Tramiel died, so they've kind of done a special edition that's rather thick. It has lots of news relating to all the kind of scene. So that's what's been keeping me entertained. Now, let me explain why these Amigas are out of commission. The first one, I'll just grab this here, is my Amiga 1200. Now this machine is currently in a beautiful state. On the insides you can see it's got all the RF shield and everything, and it's just got all the original kind of stuff. I've added a compact flash adapter here, you can see that, and that is literally the only modification other than 3.1 screws, 3.1 kickstart ROMs actually. That's the only modification in there, and I've just put a bit of paper down to stop it going out and touching the metal. And this is the hard drive bay. Now, I really like this case. I like the old Commodore logo on it, but it needs a bit of a clean up. It probably looks quite clean from where you are. Let me just unplug the LED. But let me show you close up. Now, there's some marks here that I don't particularly like. You can see over here there's a few marks there, and on this side the yellowing is pretty horrific, so you can kind of tell that this isn't, it could look nice from that angle, but it isn't beautiful. So what I've done is I've started to take it to bits, and I'm also going to do this with the base because there's yellowing at the base, and there's a lot of kind of scratches, and I'm going to get a magic marker and I'm going to clean that. So I've given it a little bath which has got the initial dust off. It's great with a magic marker, and then I'm going to do this experimental solution called Retro Bright. Now I've been ordering, sorry I'm just plugging this back in. Now I've been ordering stuff off eBay for this process. It's not all arrived yet, I've not got the money to cover it, so I'll just show you what I've ordered so far. Of course, with eBay being very deceptive, I thought I was going to get a big bottle of glycerin, and I get this tiny thing, so it should be a right amount now. You only need a small amount of glycerin for this, I think, hoping I'll have to buy a lot more. And this isn't cocaine, it looks very dodgy in the bag, but this is xanthan gum, which is a thickening agent that I'm going to use. So I'm halfway there. Just need to get the hydrogen peroxide, oxy-cleaner, possibly more glycerin. But I'll be doing a video on that, and I also want to take apart Sega Dreamcast and do kind of retro bright on that and see how it works with the Sega products, the Dreamcast, because I love Dreamcasts and I think they're a wicked console, and I'd love to get mine completely bright. And a lot of people may be wondering, oh, why are you trying to remove this yellowing when you could buy a case, or you could get a new machine that would look pristine. I've had this for years, and I like the Commodore. I like the fact that it has the Commodore logo on it, and the fact that it was shipped, well, made in the Philippines. You know, this is the old school one, and I like to bring it back to life. It's a bit scratched up and stuff, but if I could get it really clean, all the little kind of marks and specks out of it, then I think it'll look like a really nice machine. Now I'm kind of also you may be wondering why the keyboard's missing, and that's because I'm currently filling the keyboard, getting all the keys off, because they're very dirty behind, and they've kind of gone a bit yellow. So let me try and pull this out, and as you can see, just the dirt that I'm getting from the back of the keyboard is horrendous after years of work. So this still is going to take a lot of work, but if you soak this in the solution as well, these keys will come out really bright, and hopefully I'll have an original Commodore Amiga looking really pristine, which should be nice. I'd love to have one of the other models, maybe an SCOM model or something, but I think they're quite hard to get hold of. I've had this baby for years, so I want to keep it, get as much use out of it as possible. The capacitors might go, but I could always get them replaced. So that's my first kind of model that I have. Now, if you stay there for a minute, I should be able to show you my other stuff. Okay, so that was my first 1200. Now, let me just have a sip of beer. I'll introduce you to my second 1200. This is a 1200 Tower. This is currently in a right state. It's a very nice tower though. As you can see, it's got kind of a unique design. Got an Amiga 1200T badge on this. This is before the blind ball ones came out, and I got it off eBay. Looks quite nice, I think. It says USB front ports at the front that are actually working, because I can connect them through subway USB, but only one of them can work. Spider USB actually, sorry. Now, this is based on the D-box, so it still has all of the kind of Amiga back, and it did have a hard drive in, a motherboard in, and it did have all the components, but I've wanted to redo it for a bit. I've kind of ripped it out here, so it doesn't look very elegant at all, and you probably shouldn't keep your stuff like this, but I have limited storage space. So at the back we've got the keyboard adapter that can go into the motherboard, and that means you can connect to DIN plugs, and then I have DIN to PS2 keyboard, so I can use any PS2 keyboard really. I have some wonderful homemade IDE cables that I want to replace when I've got the money. This is for the front LEDs, so that attaches there. And then I have this cable. Now this is for my Spider USB, and I'll explain that in a minute. This here is my mediator, which I should really not keep like that. I'll probably actually take out of the I'll leave that there for the moment actually, because this was just, everything was ripped out of here basically. I've got the mediator board, I've got all the mounting screws and everything, and this enables you to do PCI slots. Now I think the problem here is that my power supply unit is gone, and I didn't want it to affect any of the mediator, so I just ripped it out, ripped them apart, and just went through and checked every single component to see if they were alright, because there was a bit of a short. Now this is an ATX power supply, but this mediator LT4, which is the model that I have here, only takes AT power supply. So here we have an ATX to AT converter. Now I have to see if that was damaged as well, and everything's shorted out. I don't use an RF shield or anything, so I think that may be the thing, but this is all, it's all quite experimental for me, because I'm not good at building computers or building towers, so this is me playing around with my limited Amiga knowledge. Also have a fan at the front to get the airflow coming through, and if you check the side of the case, there's an area for a fan to be put on the side, but it also has a grill here, which I think is really good, because this is where all the cards are, and after PCI you have the Voodoo card in there, and it gets really hot, so that's quite good. Now, you've kind of seen the case and the mediator in there. I'm just going to do this, and I'll do a video on rebuilding this case and kind of re-binging it back to life, but that will probably be after my retro bike project. This is also the pass-through that you stick on the case, but that could be done for another day because there's so many elements of that that go wrong. And yeah, you need to be really concentrated. So I moved that case, but you can see what I have hardware-wise. So this is the first piece of hardware that I have, which is a Blizzard 1260 card. Now this, I can't remember how much RAM it has. It's either 128 or 256, and it's a 040 card. So this is quite a fast card, and you can get some good performance out of this. It's got an 80 MHz crystal oscillator on it. I think that's what it is. See, yeah, and it's really good. It has a map ROM feature that I've never been able to work out. So I think you can actually get it to kickstart from a different ROM, which makes it faster somehow. But no, this is a really solid, good card. This was bought from Amiga Kit a few years ago when they actually had it available in their accelerator section. This was way before the recent ATA accelerators. So that's my card. It's a lovely card. Now let me show you some more. So here is a selection of my PCI cards. Here I have the Voodoo PCI, Voodoo 3000 PCI, which is what I use for the kind of RTG graphics, and I've not got walkthrough working with this either. There's so many elements of this tower that kind of really need help with. I've tried, but just can't get it working. So it's my Voodoo 3 card. I can get RTG working, so Picasso 96 or 97 I can get working through there, but just can't get the Warp 3D working. So maybe one day I will. This is a Sound Blaster 128, yet another card that I've not managed to get any of the drivers working for. But I noticed it has a very good thing, which is CDN, so I guess you could get the CD output and then mix it in. But this is one of those things that's just going to sit there until I can find the correct driver version to actually get it working. It's very picky, mediators are. Ethernet card. I have actually got this working, which is amazing. It seems to work quite well, but stuff's moving wireless now, so I was thinking of getting a Pci thing, because I have a right angle adapter, getting a wireless one. I also hear that's a bit of a headache, but everything with it is a headache, to be honest. For me, anyway. Now this is my most recent purchase, which is the Spider USB, and as you can see, it looks just like a normal piece with a spider sticker on it and L-Bog's computer. This basically has 4 ports at the back and then 1 at the side, so that cable I showed you earlier goes internally inside it and then to the external one at the bottom. So this works great. Poseidon USB, great stuff. I love it. Really fast USB. Want to get that working again. Now, let's look at the Mobo. This is the most important part. So, this is the Mobo. Now this was purchased from Amiga Kit. It looks like it's one of the later models because it has the extra port attached on like this. It has an Amiga Kit warranty, which is very good, and it's a nice board. So I was kind of assuming with this that the capacitors were already done. You may notice that this has been taken out, the clip for this, but that was just because it was incredibly hard to try and install the keyboard interface without ripping the thing off, so I just ripped it off. I know that this board's always going to be in the tower, so there's no need for it to be desktop again. Yeah, it's really good, and it's been quite hardcore, and it's fully working as well. I thought maybe I'd fried the board or something in this. I was really scared when it all shorted out, but it seems to work fine. So that's the board. Now let's look at some separate bits. Now these are 2 little nice accessories that I have. This is a Pci, I think that's how you say it, right angle adapter. So, you've got your Amiga like this, it's in a tower, you can't stick anything in there. So, just plug this adapter in. And now, you can access the port. It's very clever. It's a very simple design, just a kind of a pass-through thing, but really works. And this was my previous compact flash card adapter. I'm thinking I'm done with eBay ones because they just cause confusion in configuration. I'm just going to go ahead and give Amiga Kit one because they're very good. So I'm probably going to purchase an Amiga Kit one because this is, it's not that good. That could just get chucked. I don't like that anymore. It just broke and it's given me hell, really. So that's my Amiga 1200 tower. Now I can show you the 4000. Ooh. I know Dan Wood would look forward to looking at this because he's never seen a 4000. We should contact each other, mate. Go for a beer. Okay, let me get it. Okay guys, so this is my Amiga 4000. It's quite a beast, quite heavy. 040. I got some boards repaired by Cosmos in it with the latest capacitors, so hopefully they were working. I might actually bring you in to get more of a detailed view. Okay guys, so I'm going to go freehand with this so you can kind of see what I've done with the 4000. Now this is my 4000. Here you can see the power supply unit at the back. Now this is a micro ATX. You may think, oh disastrous, it's hanging. But this screw should screw into there. So once the lid's on, it does sit nicely. This is not finished mod, but basically it enables me to use this ATX adapter, which means I can use the ATX power supply on the original Amiga board and use this micro ATX. Also has a switch, which means I had to kind of slightly cut down the original Amiga stick, but as you can see it still activates from the front and it's very stiff and kind of very good to use. I also have an audio output which goes through here to an audio mixer at the back, so I can mix the audio with the original Amiga audio, CD audio. I have here a legendary Pci 5 card that I have quite a few troubles with over time that Cosmos has tried to repair. I need to get that working. Now I have a lot more things for this 4000. As you can see, this is probably in the worst state out of all my machines, because the 1200 I could very easily fix up, but this 4000 is going to take a bit of work to get it going well. And I'm also I'm going to give the front of this a clean, because it has a few spots on it and it doesn't look amazingly nice. And I bought a replacement disk drive and it's not the original size, so there's this big ugly gap, so I might have to find something to fill that up, like a compact flash adapter or something. I like to keep it looking original though, so I don't know. We will see. Okay guys, so these are the cards for the Amiga 4000 that I own. These are the different CPUs that I own. This is a 040 CPU. As you can see, the heatsinks come up. This is non-functioning at the moment, so I really need to have a look at this and see what's going on. My expertise probably won't go to it, but some of the capacitors don't look that good. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Would be lovely if it could work, but these 040 ones used to get very hot as well, so there could be numerous problems with that. Just put that over there. Now here I've got an 020, I think it is. No, it's an 030. Yeah, so this is an 030 that I've got. This is an official CPU, came with a 4000. Now, the reason I've got all of these is because we used to have lots of 4000s, so all the CPUs kind of got ripped out. This one I know for definite works, so this is probably what I'm going to be using, the 030 one. And I seem to have this chip here, not sure what it does, but I also have another 030 with that chip missing, so I think I'll go for the preferred one, where I know that it actually works. I've also just purchased this from Amiga Kit, which is an adapter for the 4000 IDE interface, so I'll be starting to rebuild that, but I think it's best that I concentrate on one project at a time. So the first project is going to be retro-brighting the classic 1200 Commodore, getting that going as as kind of a gaming platform. Then getting my tower going, finally getting the 4000. The tower will be the power machine, and I'll probably sell that eventually to purchase next generation Amiga, because I don't have that. And a lot of the components probably get enough money to sell it, maybe if I split it off in separate or sold it as one. 4000, I'm probably going to keep that forever, just because they're getting so rare. I'll keep it running. I'll make it, first I've got to get it running. I'll get it running and I'll maintain it, and I'll keep that forever. And I'll probably just have the classic 1200 for gaming, 4000 because it's legendary, and just I won't beef it up or anything like that. I'll just keep it very basic, nice, simple workbench, and then I'll hopefully get a next generation from my 1200T. We'll see. Okay, thanks guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to be doing more videos in HD as well, so keep watching.